Alright guys, what is going on? I'm Tubby here breaking down the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, full results, highlights, everything you need to know. Overall, the pay-per-view was alright. I asked on Facebook the question, what would you guys rate it? And the following ratings happened. 56 people said 10 out of 10, 21 said 9 out of 10, 18 said 7 out of 10, 8 people said 10 out of 10, but fuck John Cena. 7 people said negative 999. 8 out of 10, 5 people. It sucked, 5 people. And 6 out of 10, 3 people. So overall, there was some varying degrees of opinion. The show started with a pre-show where their tag team champions won. Nothing really too exciting going on in that match. First match of the night was the Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Heavyweight title. Overall, great match. Absolutely loved it. There was a bunch of botches in the match where, Sin Cara botched with Dolph Ziggler, Tenzai botched with Santino Marella. There were a bunch of missed spots in there, but overall, it was the better ladder match out of the two. Christian did a frog splash and landed on top of the ladder because Tyson Kidd moved out of the way. Overall, it was a great, effort. Christian hit a spear from the top of the ladder on Cody Rhodes. In the end, though, Christian and Santino were climbing up. Christian knocks off Santino, reaches for the briefcase. He can't hold it. Ziggler runs up, knocks Christian off. Dolph Ziggler grabs the briefcase and is your Money in the Bank ladder match winner for the World Heavyweight title. Then comes time for the backstage segment with Sheamus. He's talking about it, wasn't too worried. Miz comes out and says, he's been filming a movie, but he's tired of being overlooked. He debuted a brand new look. Not really a new look, but a new hairstyle. 5 o'clock shadow. Looking, I don't want to say beautiful, but he was looking good. And I thought it would be perfect if he, came back with that look instead of the clean-cut shaven. Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus. I missed the first 5 minutes of it. I wasn't really paying attention. I was uploading the results video. It was a good match. I mean, I didn't like Alberto Del Rio's ring gear with the black boots and the gold. Wasn't really, huge into that. Del Rio tried numerous things, kick to the faces, trying to go for cross arm bars, but in the end, Sheamus hit a white noise, gets up, bro kick, no out of nowhere ending. It was the bro kick. Sheamus wins. After the match, Sheamus is celebrating. You can predict what's going to happen. Ricardo Rodriguez runs over to Sheamus, starts holding him in. Del Rio comes in, they both start beating him down. And the crowd's going, we want Ziggler. And finally, Dolph Ziggler's music hits. He comes out, tells Mike Chioda, I want to cash in. But then Del Rio comes over. He's like, what the hell? What are you doing? What? No, you're not. It's me, man. It's me. And then Dolph Ziggler hits Alberto Del Rio with the briefcase, hands it to the referee, turns around. Ref never rang the bell, though. Sheamus hits a bro kick, gets out of there with the title. Then came time for Titus O'Neil and Darren Young versus Primo and Epico. In the end, with a roll-up, Primo and Epico won. The tag team champions were ringside. He threw water in AW's face. It was kind of funny. Then came time for what I thought was going to be the main event, and honestly, I'm glad it wasn't, and here's why. It was their best match yet, but the finish sucked, in my opinion. I thought they could have did it way better. AJ was out as a special guest referee. They were going back and forth. AJ was looking like she'd favor one or the other. Back and forth. Middle of the match, Daniel Bryan hits CM Punk. CM Punk hits AJ Lee off the ring apron. Refs take her in the back. Punk and, Daniel Bryan go at it after, continuously. Daniel Bryan, blocked numerous GTSs. Kicks to the head. AJ finally comes back. She's skipping around. She comes back with a steel chair, puts it in the middle of the ring. They both go at it. It's like she's mocking him, mimicking him. They go for the chair, fight after each other. CM Punk gets the upper hand, sets it up in the corner, and he's going to throw Daniel Bryan into it, but AJ Lee blocks the chair and no, and CM Punk says, what are you doing? What are you doing? Daniel Bryan, big kick to the head. Then Daniel Bryan was going to get the kendo stick that Steve Blackman apparently left under the ring, and AJ Lee steps on it, wouldn't let Daniel Bryan grab it, so CM Punk got the upper hand. Daniel Bryan had the S-Lock in. CM Punk was able to get out of it, and they were using it with a kendo stick, the S-Lock. But in the end, even Punk hit a GTS, and Daniel Bryan still kicked out of that. In the end, the table was set up. Daniel Bryan was put on top of the table, but he climbs off, jumps up, starts hitting CM Punk, but CM Punk gets the upper hand, and CM Punk with a back suplex puts Daniel Bryan through a table. AJ Lee counts 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Very disappointing for me. The match itself was wonderful. It's the best match in their feud, but I'm almost thinking now Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk is over definitively. AJ Lee didn't favor anybody, but I think it's over. We're going to see Chris? We're not going to see Chris. We're going to see John Cena versus CM Punk eventually. Ryback versus Tyler and Kurt Hawkins. Ryback won, apparently. You wouldn't have thought that. 6 Diva Battle Royale. Here we're hoping for Karma, even though she was officially released. Layla, Kaitlyn, and Tamina taking on Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve Torres. In the end, Tamina Snuka hit a super kick on Beth. Layla hit the neck breaker. 3 Divas win. Then comes time for the main event. You guys can find it if you watch it. Overall, it was pretty good. Big Show in the middle of the match. Got aided through the table by John Cena. The Spanish announce table. Everybody throws ladders on top of him. John Cena AA'd Kane on top of Miz on a ladder. And right before that, John Cena had did a 5-knuckle shuffle. So a 10-knuckle shuffle on Chris Jericho and The Miz. But in the end, Big Show had brought out a huge ladder, the one Kane used to win the 2010 Money in the Bank. Numerous attempts to climb the ladder. John Cena was just about to win, but Chris Jericho gets pulled over on top of John Cena's shoulder. He was going to go for the AA, but Cena was put in to a hold, a submission maneuver, and he was squeezing him out. He was choking him out with a choke, and went up for like 2 minutes. Jericho was on Cena's back on the ladder. Cena gets a big grasp of air, climbs to the top with him still on. They fight back and forth, but in the end, Big Show climbs up the ladder, hits a go to sleep. What am I talking about? Hits a WMD on Jericho, hits a WMD on Big Show on Miz. Sorry about that. And then John Cena takes the briefcase, starts hitting Big Show once, twice, and the handle completely busted off, and Cena had the briefcase in his hand, looking surprised as hell, like, oh shit, I probably wasn't supposed to win that. And then just hits Big Show twice more until he falls off. Briefcase is shattered completely. It's absolutely banged up. I don't know if he was supposed to win. I don't know if it was botched on purpose, but overall I thought it was pretty good. Pay-per-view for me, I enjoyed it. It wasn't too boring. It was very predictable. Now looking back at it, it wasn't very predictable when I was waiting for the pay-per-view, but I probably shouldn't have been as excited for this pay-per-view as I was. We're still going to get to see some interesting stuff out of it. I give it a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Have a wonderful day. Tubby Emu out.